Here's a thing that this game does that I think is subtle, but really, 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 really important. Like, and I feel that it's so profound seeing this and feeling it, and I don't have a good articulation for it, so I'm gonna try to do this one shot right now. Here's what I think is really profound. What this game could have done is the following. It could have been that this book itself was on the table, and that I go and read these instructions and I get this valuable piece of information. But notice what the game did. The game said, no, you have to choose a book to check out, and the next time you're in the library, you'll see that book. Now, from like a designer perspective, what are we doing? Why do that? Why not just put the book on the table, you know? Here's what I think is going on. I think that I think that there is an emotional component to anticipation that is just fun, right? I pull the lever in the slot machine. It doesn't say if I win or lost. It spins for a little bit, and then it tells me if I won or lost. This is like a well-researched thing. This is why slot machines in so many games do this sort of thing. This is why in a ARPG you get an item and it's unidentified, so then you have to identify it. It's why when you give someone a present, you wrap it, so they get some anticipation as they're opening it up, and then they get it. So that's like a known thing. But from a like functional gameplay standpoint, here's the profound thing that I think is happening. I think that by saying make a choice, next time you're here, you'll get it. It makes you want to do another run where critically you get exposed to more goals. Now, I want to talk about this idea of a goal plus exposure. I see this a lot in strategy games, where I'm a new Magic the Gathering player. I have a cool dragon and I put it in my deck because I want to cast the dragon. What about the other cards in my deck? Well, I don't know what I'm going to draw, and therefore I get exposed to cards I might not have considered using. And I get exposed to lots of different situations. And I might play some 2-mana creature and go, hey, this 2-mana creature is pretty good. And that want to play with the dragon is what is motivating me to play right now. But then I get exposed to this new, to the power of this, whatever cheaper card. And then what that exposure does is it gives me a new want. Wow, this 3-mana creature with Death Touch? This is really good. Are there other cards like this? So then it helps you get a different want. What else could I get that is good like this? Same sort of thing happens in Dota. Oh, I want to get a Battle Fury because it is an item that gives me Cleave. And Cleave is really good for killing enemy creeps really quickly that lets me get my farm really quickly. So, okay. Players get the Battle Fury for the Cleave. Battle Fury also gives you a good amount of health regen. Hey! Now that I'm getting exposed to the benefits of health regen, my eye starts paying attention to this a little bit more. I think that it is very easy in a game to make things overly one-dimensional. To make it that, like, hey, you found the library, you got the information. Done. Or in an item sense, in an ARPG or in Dota, like, oh, I want to get damage, so I will buy a Sword of Damaging. It does plus 20 damage, and that's it. It's so linear that when you have a one-dimensional want, I want damage, you get one-dimensional exposure. Here's what it feels like to get more damage. Good games say one-dimensional wants gives you multi-dimensional exposure. And I feel like I see this in story-driven games. You need to go to this town. Screw it, let's use Fallout 1 again. You need to go to Vault 15 to find the water chip. and you start traveling to Vault 15, and then you run into Shady Sands, which is your first town, where you start to get quests, and then there's a quest to go to the Raiders, so you go south to the Raider encampment, and then you go back up, and they also tell you about a location that's Junktown. So then you go to the Vault, right? Like one goal, whole bunch of other things in the way that exposes you to different wants and different things. I've never quite seen a puzzle game do this brilliantly. I've never quite seen a puzzle game that says, hey, I'm going to create a breadcrumb that gives you constant dynamic, you're going through this manner, getting different rooms, giving you exposure to different new goals. I swear to God, I play a lot of puzzle games on Mondays, and all of you should come join me in Mostly Walking, where we play old point-click adventure games. This happens a lot. Okay, we need to get the sword. There's a puzzle, I solve it, I get the sword. Okay, now what? It's like I don't know what my wants are. I don't know what I want to do. And I just think this is a marvelous little technique that this game is doing all over the place, where you need to revisit things. It gives you a wish, and then you need to make a completely new manner to help satisfy that wish and curiosity, and it's just constantly exposing you to new questions. I mean, I just think that this is A+ design.